This was the final farewell for the once proud boat, now being towed to its eternal resting place just off the Laboulot Bay along the northwest coast of Saint Lucia. There were no funeral rites to mark the end of its life above water, no requiem, no eulogy, just a gentle nudge to its watery grave.
The Divers Association have put together a plan. And the plan is been funded by the Saint Lucia Tourism Enhancement Fund and the Tourism and the Saint Lucia Conservation Fund. We put the plan to them, they like the plan. They say, okay, here's the money, go ahead and do it. The plan entails setting up a coral farm in an area called Cutty Cove, which is just beside the cove after Windjammer Landing. And the plan also entails looking at setting up some artificial reefs, and that's how that vessel was sunk.
But there's life after death for this boat. It will serve as a dive site and a training ground for the next generation of divers, so says Donovan Brown, coordinator of the embarked project.
The biggest part of the project, though, is that we are going to train 6 youngsters to the point of rescue diver, which, if you know anything about diving, that's the point just before you become a professional. So basically, when we train these youngsters, they will not only contribute to the environment, because we're going to teach them about coral restoration also, but they will also, if something happens and they walk away, they can walk away and go into a job as a trained personnel. All right, so that's part of the emphasis of that too. So the Divers Association, we're trying to give back to the environment. We realize that a lot of things are happening to the environment, especially Abaglo, especially underwater, that a lot of people don't know about.
The Saint Lucia Divers Association is trying to combat the death of the stony coral in the Caribbean. In some places, the once flourishing species has been all but wiped out. Everywhere in the region, the stony coral is either dead or dying. Brown says the idea is to replace the stony coral with a more resilient species.
We are suffering now through a disease called the stony coral tissue loss disease. It has been affecting everyone from Florida all the way down to Trinidad. What it has done, it has killed off our stony corals, or brain corals, or pillar corals. They're all dying. In some cases, in some areas like on Scotia, or in a lot of cases in Soufriere, because all the stony corals have all died. So what we are looking at is trying to replenish the supply of other corals that disease does not affect. Yeah? So that's part of the project that the Divers Association is presently pursuing.
For most of Saint Lucia, the negative impact of climate change, pollution and disease on the marine environment is a matter of out of sight, out of mind. But the members of the Saint Lucia Divers Association, who witnessed the disease and decay firsthand, are seeking to make the best of a bad situation by their efforts at regenerating Saint Lucia's reefs and training of a cadre of young divers to move the industry forward. Saint Lucian for the HJS News Force.